Welcome to infinitestoryhouse. The hammer. This was not necessary, yelled Chris. Obviously it was, answered Henry. The girl's body lied on the floor. Her blood slowly ran around Chris' shoes. He still held the hammer in his hands. The room was dark. Only the dead girl was shining in the moonlight. The bloodstains on her skin looked like black dots. It only needed that one perfect hit to murder her, to crush her head, to end a life, to decide a human being shall have its last breath and then be silent forever. Don't you already get used to the feeling? Isn't it satisfying? Henry asked. He felt like a child, so happy, like a child that just received a lollipop. Chris didn't answer. The room has been cleaned before. Everything has been in order. An innocent world was shattered and left in chaos and blood. Silence came. Chris turned to the mirror next to him. Both were covered in bloodstains. Some drops ran down Chris' cheek. He looked at himself, studying the stains. Henry felt like a canvas that was turned into a masterpiece. I weren't supposed to do this. I don't want to do this, Chris yelled. He was totally terrified. He wanted to be everywhere except for this room. A tear ran down his cheek. I want more, said Henry. Everything in Chris was numb. Nothing he could do. Why are you doing this to me? He asked. You may not destroy our work with tears, Chris. Feel proud. You're an artist. A brilliant one. You're chosen for this. Henry's satisfaction was gone. The greed in him rose again. Chris sobbed. He touched his face, felt a tear. He rubbed it between his fingers and looked at Henry. The fear was so present for Chris that his legs were shaking. He felt the darkness, terrifying him, stunning him, swallowing him. He needed a moment to move again. Go on, Henry added calmly. Chris turned back to the body, the room, the blood, the girl, his face. It tortured his soul. He stumbled to the door and left the room. Standing in the hallway, he took a moment for himself. It was gloomy, there as it was in him. He took a deep breath and stepped to another door. The small shine that came through the bottom gap of the door was only the light. The red stains gleamed on his shoes. His facial expression became empty. Chris heard a voice inside and smiled. He knocked. While the steps in the room became louder, he held the hammer tight, ready to strike again. The door clicked. And Chris lifted his hammer, on which was written one word: Henry.